What's going on, everybody? It's your boy 2K and welcome back on the NBA 2K25 MyTEAM video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And today I'm doing a quick discussion of how 2K can improve the festival events going forward, and also how everyone can be engaged. And they can also add different players to each game modes, so that way everybody can add players to their teams. All right. So we know on this summer festival they did release GOAT Kareem. He's probably one of the most expensive cards in 2K history. I think they did give him as a level 40 and 2K. I think he was able to play point guard. He bought like the Pro Pass. But we see where 2K is heading. And one thing I do want to note is that with like college football and Madden, they're giving out free 99 players every week. All right, we know that they're working on the next year's game for those titles as well. But I think for 2K, I think giving out free players would definitely be a huge plus for the entire community. All right. So one thing I did notice is that they increased the amount of event pieces that's needed for different players. So like Galaxy Opal on Tyrese Thomas, so I think is really good. It's 50 Opal pieces. All right. I think Nick Young was like 20 last time. Then they also added Gerald Wallace, who's the one card I'm going to be going for. He's 20 Dark Matter pieces. And then also the Invincibles, they're really out of reach unless you spend money. All right. Now, I don't know if they're going to add, they probably will add another weekly events. You can get different pieces as well, so you kind of save them up. Remember to play King of the Court each weekend and get a free, I think it's 100 overall piece now. And then also the triple threat part, you do get a free GOAT piece if you're able to win 5 games in a row. So, and if you're not good at the game or you don't have very good cards, try to use your best card and just find good teammates and just do the best you can. And then you should be able to hopefully get that GOAT piece so you can be able to improve your team, all right? But a few players that I think 2K should have added into the game were so at different tiers. So I think you could have added, in my opinion, like a diamond Markel Fultz, 6'4" point guard. This is for 2K21. I think it would have been a good addition to add a card that can shoot, dunk, and play defense as well. Fully badge him. I think he would have been a good addition. And just make him, I don't know, 5 diamond pieces. And then you can have a card you can run for salary cap pretty much the whole year. We know that Benton right now is the best point guard for salary cap, and I think if they would have just added in Markel Fultz, then it would have been a good addition. All right. Another card I think that they could have added into the game was Sean Livingston. All right. He's 6'7" point guard, and he just plays really well in my team. And we know they did drop Invincible Magic Johnson as well. So I think if they would have put him in the event, I think that would have been cool as well. Maybe make him like 20 or 15 Opal pieces. He can shoot, he can dunk a little bit, he can still play defense, and I think that would be a good balance instead of you trying to spend, I don't know, 5 million, 6 million MT on a card that you're probably not going to be able to get depending on where your MT level is at. All right, so I think Sean Livingston would have been a good addition to add. Another player that we haven't seen this year is Kazi Russell. I know he was a really good fan favorite card a couple years back. 2K22, 6'5" shooting guard. Some people might say he's a little bit small now, but he had some really good animations, and overall just a fun card to play with. And I think that's the main thing, bringing back fun into my team should be the goal. So I think even if they would have added, let's say, Kazi Russell for free, you could combine like the domination and the breakout challenges, and you get a free Galaxy Opal Kazi Russell, all right? Something that everybody can strive for and get for free. I think that would have been a good addition as well. Another card that I thought 2K could have added into the game over DeAndre Ayton was Artist Gilmore. So this was back when they had Unlimited, and you had a certain amount of points, kind of like how they did salary cap this year. Gives you some amount of points, you get the plus. I think it was like 5,000 points, and man, this card was a beast. All right, so he was a good counter to like the Yao Mings, the Taco Falls. So this card was just really good. He hasn't had a card since I think like season 2 where he had a pink diamond. But this card could do everything. And his jump shot was similar to like David Robinson's. But this card was really, really good. He could dunk, rebound. He could do everything. He was my starting center for a while. And we see he was a Season 7 reward card. Hello, 2K. Where are the reward cards? So I think, even if they wanted to put like Artist Gilmore as a reward card and let's say Showdown, right? You play Showdown throughout the week. I don't know, you win 7 games and you get a free Dark Matter Artist Gilmore. I think that would be a good reward card. I think a lot of people would like adding that card to their team. And it also gives people an incentive to play each mode. All right. Another card that I always like in my team is my man Sean Marion. All right. I think if they could have just made him like a free 100 overall, let's say you complete all the challenges, or you put him in, let's say, salary cap. All right. You complete salary cap up to, 2,000 points or whatever. All right. You get a free 100 overall. And Sean Marion, he always is a really good defender, 3-and-D. And he's not like, LeBron James or Jason Tatum. His jump shot is a little bit weird, but once you get the hang of it, he's pretty knocked down. And he's always a fun card to use in my team. So I think, just giving out free cards for each game mode, I think that will go a long ways for the festival. And then also maybe reducing some of the event pieces. So like I wouldn't mind going for Ron Artest, but I'm not going to be able to get 20 invincible pieces being no money spent. All right. So, they're kind of phasing out some of the no money spent players in a sense. But I think if you still play the game and you have fun playing the game, I think that's what matters. And then last but not least, to me, what they could do, and we still haven't seen a really good version of this card all year, is my man Bill Russell. He could play the power forward, small forward position. All right. Free invincible for completing all the challenges. So if you complete all the game modes, Showdown, Salary Cap, Domination, Breakout, and you can just put him as a special exchange like they do for the Friday packs. And he's not going to break the game, but I think it would be really cool to see an invincible Bill Russell card added into the game. He's always one of my favorite players in the game. Even though, yes, I am a Lakers fan, we still respect his legacy. But he's also a really good defender, all right? And that's what we really need in my team is better defenders to stop all the whites going in, the contested shots, and just make the game a little more realistic. Because, when you see heavily contested shots going in, and we know they shouldn't go in, that's a problem. That kind of takes away from the fun of my team just a little bit. But I think overall, if 2K just made these simple changes, I think the community will be happy. And I think people will be more willing to spend money on the game, but then also having fun playing the game. And then last but not least, also changing King of the Court, all right? Make it a full weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Make it like 15 games, 18 games, whatever. Madden, college football, they do the weekend gauntlets every weekend. And you can play whenever you want to play. And instead of trying to carve out 4 hours on, let's say, a Saturday, when most people have families or you have events or you have things planned, and you kind of have to choose, right? And really, we shouldn't be able to make a choice between playing the game or enjoying family time or taking care of more important things. So I think, just making those slight changes will definitely improve the game. Y'all let me know your thoughts. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. God bless, and we are out.